CherieHanson here. We're about to head into the pink full moon on Sunday night. It's a time of transformation. And as I was sitting Wim Hof today, so much was downloading. Trust your feet to the fire. Burn off. Burn off your feet to find a new way. And the thing that I was really focused on today was the statement, everybody is hiding something. Let's think about that. Everybody is afraid to be seen. They're afraid to be seen as a traumatized child or as someone who spent a couple of years indulging in addiction, or someone who had multiple car accidents, or someone who was cruel and judgmental toward other people. All of us. And if you can think of that when you look at people as they're walking on the face of the earth, they feel like they're criminal. They feel like they're guilty. There's something that they can't show you. And the problem with that, the deep, deep, horrible scarring that comes from that, is then we're afraid to love. And I really want to talk about that. When we are put on earth to love one another, and then you're taught that you're rotten, no good, a failure, there's just something wrong with you and all the rest of it. You don't want to show your heart. You don't want to show who you are. You want to keep that mask on. You want to stay hidden in the basement. You don't want to crawl out into the light of day from the bomb shelter. Good Lord, don't ask me to do that. And so we miss so many opportunities when we live like that. The hardest thing I've found to do in my life is to change myself into new habits. My old habits of self-protection, of numbing out, of dissociation, of hiding my desire to stand in the center of town and dance with flaming torches has really made me less effective as a human being. Because what you do is it's like you take, excuse me for the reference to the horror man, you take out your chainsaw and you cut off the parts of yourself that you feel aren't important. Is it important for me to love other people? Well, carefully. I have to hoard that. I can't use up all of my love energy just randomly with strange people. They'll think I'm crazy. They'll lock me up. But the problem is you already locked yourself up. You've already put yourself into this cage behind the iron mask. And it's so difficult to get yourself to take that first step in risking. How many people have taught you that it is through risking that we're able to break out of our mind prison? How many of your relatives have said, "Oh, just shut up and do it"? I haven't had anybody in my life say that. So we're kind of in a place right now with the way the world is that we're being shown a mirror of what that leads to. And that's the second thing my mind landed on. It's not what is normal that we're called to follow now. Because being normal and fitting in is dancing with the devil. You know? It's just dancing with the devil. It's not dancing in the middle of the town with 2 torches spreading light and beauty and energy. It is repressing ourselves, criticizing ourselves, stressing ourselves. And then we get into a place where we wait. Not yet. I can't. I'm too afraid. On the other side of that fear, if you punch through the 3D, if you punch through the what everybody tells us, you're going to find a vast, beautiful spread of supportive, calm energy. Heard somebody that is a really great poet lately talk about punching through the sky. Yes, we need to punch through the sky. We need to get out of all of the protective habits we've had in the past and embrace the idea of taking that little risk. What if I say what I feel? And this is something I'm doing right now, and it's so good. I have to share this with you. It's changed my entire world. If I feel love growing in my high heart area, I don't care if it's a stranger or it's somebody I've just met or it's somebody across the coffee shop or it's somebody I've known for years. If I feel this, it's almost like a pregnancy. Can I talk about the high heart pregnancy? Are you still with me? Here it comes. It's forming, it's forming, it's forming, and it wants to be born. And so in those moments, what I have been practicing is I will look at the person and I will say, I just love you. And every single time, the woman across the coffee shop I haven't met looks up and says, I was thinking the same thing. Or, the teacher in the workshop says, I just love you too. It is trusting your instincts, trusting your vibration, trusting your ability to feel the energetic connection between yourself and others. And our culture has put us in a detention center. We're in a detention center. We're bent over and the guards are making sure we don't look up. A detention center of not trusting the good. It's okay for you to complain. It's okay for you to hate other people, to attack other people. It was so great. I had a 24-year-old, just amazing man staying with me the other day. And he had come to understand and to see so many things that I didn't see until I was over 60. And it made me so happy. I was thinking, there's a whole generation that's getting there so much faster than I did. It's kind of like that metaphor of like, oh, we're going to get in this leaky ship and we're going to go from Portugal to America and half of us will die. And then it's going to take 2 years and then the next generation gets in a ship and they get there in 3 months and nobody died. And so this issue of trusting the universe keeps coming up. When we receive information, and I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to talk about how we know. If you feel the pregnancy in your high heart and you just love somebody for no reason, that's different than romantic love, where you glom onto somebody to fulfill your empty barrel with the holes in it. You can fill it, it'll just keep leaking. That's different than attaching to someone for what they can give you or how they can help you. When we do that, we're staying children. Let me hold your hand and you'll get me out of the fire. I know you will. You're my mommy. You're my daddy. Come and save me. It's so different to just trust. You get that feeling. You get that rush. You get that wonderful vibration around you that tells you you're safe, you're protected, the universe loves you. Yes, try this. Now, it may come with a proviso, which is your ego, which is standing in front of the door, wearing full body armor with a samurai sword. Don't go out there. Yeah, I'm here to protect you, and if you try to go out the door, I'll cut your head off. The bodyguard can turn on you. Keep that in mind. So how do you tune in to your sense of what feelings and impulses and messages you should trust? First, you have to let go. This is a process I use with the Wim Hof. I let go of my thoughts. My thoughts show up at first, and it's like a madhouse. You know, there's all this stuff. Everybody's talking over one another. You should do this. Somebody said the other day it was like their life was a tree with too many limbs. It's confusing. You want to accomplish, you want to do, and if you can use breath work, what will happen is you'll settle back down into your body. And it's kind of like when you're really cold and you get in warm water. You just go, oh. And you release, and you release, and you sink down, and you find your center, and there is where your security is. It's not in pleasing other people. It's not in changing who you are. It's not in hiding yourself. It's not in living in constant fear of self-criticism. All of that falls away. And it's like a blooming miracle. So that's why I recommend breath work. It really does work. So the issue is, how do we call to the universe? How do we connect to our angels? How do we know what impulses and energies and feelings that we should follow? Well, we start small. I'll sit in a coffee shop and a woman's sitting across from me, the other side of the coffee shop, and I can just see her light. I can feel her presence, and I look up and I say, I just love you. And she looks back at me and says, I was thinking the same thing about you. So take a risk. Dare to love. Be in a state of compassion that everybody is walking around feeling like they have a suicide vest on. You know, if I'll get blown up if I try to do what I want to do. I can't show people what's under this coat. I have to hide myself. I'm so frightened. I'm so terrified. And just assume that that's what's going on. Makes it easier for you to love them. Makes it so much easier. So you don't ask the question, what's wrong with you? You go, I know what's wrong with you. It's the trauma of being on the earth. That's a trauma. So our job is to be our own healer, to use everything you can find that speaks to you, that is your path, that will get you to a place where you really trust who you are. You're not pretending. And anybody can say anything to you, it is not going to lower your vibration. You got your kite in the air, baby, and you know the wind will keep it up there. So that's what I have to say today. If you want a channeled psychic reading, if you want one-on-one coaching, please get a hold of me. I do have the skills, the knowledge, the experience of failing at so many things. So you never feel like I'm superior to you. I'm the best, worst example. And I can give you some methods to lift yourself up. I want to say, do subscribe to my channel. Do share a message that you feel reverberates for you, that lands on your branch with like a bird singing. And as I always say, thank you. I appreciate you.